Hey there, my most amazing pioneering spirits. Well, the reason why I was guided to make so many new videos every single day was because my beloved is now coming to stay with me. And at the beginning, we have a lot of things to take care of, like move him in the apartment and take a short vacation to just be together because we haven't been together for so long now, and things need to, be as they were, to evolve, to adjust. There's going to be an adjustment period, of course. So using my last single day, so to say, I was guided to do a lot, to work a lot, to speak with all of you a lot, to communicate, and also to make a new video every single day. I don't know if I'll get a chance until next week. That is why I'm already doing this video as a preview, because what's happening, today is Thursday, and next Thursday, next week, I don't know about the date. It's gonna be July already, that I know. I'm gonna probably gonna be doing an interview with our beloved Dee. She has an amazing YouTube channel called I Always Seek, and she kept inviting me to do a radio show because she now has her own radio show on Blog Talk Radio. It's called Sirius Rising, I think. She likes to expose a lot of truth too, for the light to come in and for us to communicate within the realms of truth. And she likes to do things with her own empowerment. So she asked me, she knows I speak a lot about twin flames. She wanted to bust some myths on twin flames with me. I mean, that was the idea that we came to together, both of us. I would like to make a short intro. Why we decided to do that is because there's so many miscommunication, mistruths about twin flames and twin flame reunions out there, especially in the New Age movement. There's a lot of confusion, and that's why we want to speak the truth about these connections that are of divine nature. Well, everything is divine, but these truer unions with ourselves, which result in our union with the beloved if we are together assisting the planet here right now. And the reason why this is an important topic is not just to bust these myths, and really talk about the truth within these reunions. It's also that this is a very important aspect of union and unity, which I've been talking a lot about recently in this last few videos that I made. It's an important component because when we really are getting, deeply, deeply within ourself, we are starting to realize the self, to know thyself, to love ourself, which is the basics of all, because we are nothing but pure divine love in our essence. So when we are getting into ourself, we consciously or subconsciously, we're getting very close to our beloved flame. So the reason why this is an important subject is because this has a lot to do with what is happening on Earth right now. And this is sort of like a divine plan for planet Earth that is moving into new reality, that is moving into unity, union, consciousness, and community. And twin flame couples, divine couplings as such, they are a part of this divine plan. So this is the reason why I want to speak a lot about that. I prepared 3 statements, 3 myths that I want to do as a preview to already bust some myths. These are the basic things that I already discussed in my videos. I did a lot of videos on twin flames. I think these were my most frequently watched videos. As such, the questions that I receive about twin flames are probably the most frequent questions, and that's why I have a lot of these explanations as well on my frequently asked questions section on my webpage of Ascension Pioneers. That is now becoming a community as well, very soon, step by step. So these are a few myths that I wrote that I already discussed in my previous videos. So if you're new, maybe that's something new for you. If you're old, you're just gonna do another review or just skip this part. Anyway, the first statement that I wrote, which a lot of people also write to me, especially those who don't have the high understanding about this reunion, and that is why I'm guided to speak about this so much, is I want my twin flame. Okay, let's bust this myth. It sounds like when you read something like that or hear something like that, like twin flame is a piece of cake that you want to have. It's like saying, oh, I want me some chocolate cake right now. And this really comes from us not really knowing what this is about, not really knowing that this is our journey, that this is about us, that we really want ourselves. And when we decide for ourselves with a capital S, then we also decide for a twin flame, which is already there for us anyway because we're one. You have the description of what a twin flame coupling is, what this is as it was divinely created, as we were all divinely created in essence. So if you don't have that understanding yet, or you wish to expand your understanding, just go to my webpage and read about that. I think it's the second question that I answered. So it's not something that you would want, it's something that you would prepare for, but you are preparing for your twin, that like in a way that you're preparing for yourself. That means working in yourself, but not working, thinking in a way that you need to fix something, but remembering yourself. So it all has to do with divine remembrance of who we truly are in nature, of yourselves, the divine love, meaning decluttering all that is not of our authentic selves in order for us to realize who we truly are. So when we remember ourselves, our soul, why we are here, then we feel our twin flame as well, because we're one. So the second myth is twin flame relationship is the most romantic relationship there can ever be. Well, romance can be a part of it, but a romantic relationship is not all that a twin flame reunion is, because these couplings are all about purpose. They're all about mission. They're all about sharing their light with the world, because they are embodying universal divine love, and that is not just love they have for each other to just have fun, enjoy, spend time in all these activities that will fulfill them. But as they're fulfilling themselves, they're also fulfilling the divine plan and fulfilling their divine purpose. So the more that you think in a way to prepare for your twin flame, in a way to prepare for yourself, in a way that you go in your heart outwards with an approach of, what is my purpose? I want to be the divine conduit of light. What is my mission? I really want to get there every step of the way, but also realizing that I already am here every step of the way, because my mission is not something linear. It is what I am, and I am a multifaceted, multidimensional being of light and love. So it's not about romance, and if you think that there's something that needs to fulfill you as a romantic relationship, this is really not what this relationship is about. So you should seek further to expand your horizons, to expand your awareness, okay? So the third myth that I wrote is, I want to be whole and complete with my other half. Firstly, your twin flame is not your other half. It's actually your other whole. Because in essence, as a soul is created in two, it's split in two fractions, but it's not split until you really start incarnating or physically manifesting in a form that is not just spirit and nature in essence, not just pure light. And therefore, you are one. You are already whole, because you're created from one whole bubble of light and love, which is a polarized opposites, but one. So when you start this wheel of incarnating, of experiencing, I would like to say, I think it's more appropriate term to say, experiencing creation and allowing through that experience for this creation to unfold through you as well as an individual part of one soul, one I am, which is the great I am, source of all that is. So you are never just two halves of each other. That's why you cannot fulfill each other, because you already are whole. So you're actually not seeking, but remembering that there is this part of you that is always whole. That is your eternal part. That is your divine essence, which is always whole and complete. It is not incomplete. It is not an ego and fear and lack and thinking something needs to fulfill you. That love that you have, because you already are love, but the ego thinks in a way that love that you have needs to come from the external world, from external reality, which is not true. Well, it is true if you are in the level of awareness that you perceive that as truth, because like I say, everything is true, and whether you experience that, it is already truth, but is not sincerely and always a divine truth. So there is as much truth as there are levels of awareness. In fact, you don't seek someone to make you whole, you seek someone to share your wholeness with and co-create together, because these are two energies that are one energy. They're one. They can most easily fluctuate with one another and co-create, because you don't have to adjust your energy, your frequency when you're tuning with your twin flame. But it is really not about thinking that this relationship comes without challenges, because these challenges are not something that are showing you where you're still being punished, where still you need to dissolve your karma. These challenges are all initiations of spirit to strengthen your own spirit, for you to come stronger in your empowerment, to grow in your light, to grow in your awareness together with your beloved. So I don't like the term when you meet someone and you think they might be your twin flame. I don't like so much for me to say, oh, this is my twin flame, and speak of my divine partner as my twin flame, because I think that again is a term that we have created as humans, and we have romanticized about it too much. We have corrupted the true essence and nature of twin flame love, which is true love. It is true love in all its light and all its fame and glory, but it's not just that. It's so much more like we are. So the more that you remember the self, the more you remember your twin flame. And those who say, how will I recognize my twin flame? Well, you recognize it just as much as you recognize yourself. So if you're not completely yet in yourself, in your own presence completely, you will not recognize it. That's why people a lot of times, especially those who like to use these tags, labels, will say, oh, I met my twin flame, or I want to meet my twin flame. It doesn't really matter. I feel it's more about us wanting our divine partner, someone who can be one with us, someone who we can co-create with on this path of wholeness that we already are, and our divinity. So I think it's more about us focusing on the divine partner that is true and right for us, because not for all cases will be our twin flame. For some, it will be a soul partner or soulmate, or it doesn't even matter, people. All it matters is the love and harmony that we can share in union with another. So I wanted to do this video as a preview, and all those of you who are interested, do tune in for the radio show next Thursday, next week. I will be posting about it on my webpage, on my Facebook page, and on my profile. I'll keep you updated. But before I go right now, I would also like to make this one more statement. I'm still receiving your photos, your pink photos for my new pink project, and I've received quite a few now, and I'm really happy to see all your faces. But I have a little surprise for you now as well, because I was divinely guided to come and say this. I really felt it straight from my heart. As you know, this is going to be an ongoing project, because it's not just this limited time frame that I'm collecting these photos and then stop, especially because new pioneers keep connecting with me every day, every week, and so on. I am going to do something for the first bunch of photos that I'm going to publish probably next week as well, the moment that I find time, that we find time with my beloved to really do this work, technical work on my webpage, and then to post these photos of you, beautiful people, beautiful souls. So I will choose, which is going to be very hard. I don't want to prioritize, or I don't want to be, thinking in terms that something is better or worse, but I really wanted to give to someone of you, especially because you have shown such enthusiasm and have started to sending me these photos ever since the beginning that I published this idea. I wanted to really give one of you a special reading from me. So what I'll do is I'll select one photo that is most creative, most inspiring, something that really struck my heart. Until I'll publish this first bunch, I'll contact the person who I selected, and I will ask this person to ask me a question, whatever, on their life area or anything, and I'll give them guidance within the law of one, within the realms of illuminated truth. I have a bunch of oracle cards, and especially my automatic writing, and I'll send you my automatic reading in writing, of course. It's going to be so hard for me, I know, because I've received so many beautiful photos, but I think I'll be divinely guided to, not just by photo, I think I'll be selecting the one who needs that reading, who needs to hear some divine guidance the most. So it's not about predictions, it's about divine guidance. That means everything that is necessary for the here and now. I hope that all of you who were here long enough to hear this news are also excited about this. So those of you who have not yet, keep sending me the photos of you. Has to be your face and presence, preferably, please, without the sunglasses or any add-ons, like I say. And this, I feel, is just the first step to building a community. And a lot of the people who I connected with during these replies for the photos they've been sending me really kind of like showed the same interest in community, like a place on my webpage that also includes a forum for all of you to meet each other, to chat. This will take a time to implement, but it's my vision as well. So I think if it's meant to be, it will be meant to be, and we will connect more profoundly in future, if not now, when, right? But it takes time in this physical reality to implement it. I hope this really makes a lot of the excitement in your heart as well. For in truth, we're nothing but pure divine joy. So stay connected for these photos to come online, preferably next week, and for my radio show, and for more newness coming. Because, I'll be doing these readings as well when I update my webpage. I'm gonna also offer these readings for a very low price, such as, I don't know, $5, just a, typical money exchange that is symbolic, because I'm not a financial person. I'm supported by Source. I don't ask people for money, but I feel this little tiny energetic exchange would be great. I'll do a detailed reading for something like just a few dollars, and I'll post that on my webpage when I can, start implementing this, when I can start doing this. There's so many new ideas coming up these new days ahead of us. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying in touch as always, and be blessed, everyone. Talk to you soon. Much love. Bye.